It's always going to happen. We are the walking meme. How is it misleading? We are playing League of Legends. You know, like those people that are playing UFC Fighter every time there's a UFC fight. You know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? What are you on about, mate? All right, episode 2. Some mysteries are better left unsolved. I wonder if that's a reference to that poison that they're making. Okay, subtitles time. Ah, yes, Netflix. The place that supports pedophilia. I was gonna say that looks like Jayce. Ah, yes, more childhood trauma. Ooh, frostbite. Yeah, she's fucked. A wizard? Nani? Ah, so those crystals are powerful. Okay. I'm gonna guess he's a mage. Hey, frostbite doesn't heal that quickly. And so begins the fascination with sciences. See, that's a nice wizard. Ah, it's okay. He's probably from a well-off family where the rules don't apply. You know, rules for thee, but not for me. You know? Possession of illegal materials and weapons-grade plutonium and uranium. Ah! That's a slap on the wrist for a rich boy. I mean, to be fair, he was meddling with illegal stuff that exploded. So, to be fair, he is kind of dangerous. Ah! What's that doing in his wrist? Is it the visitor or an interrogator? Nah! Here's that Heimdinger. Wait a minute, this is the guy in charge of the academy? Oh, F me. Let me tell you why that's a lie. Heimerdinger, Heimerdinger, Heimerdinger. Let me get that. Heimerdinger, 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 Heimerdinger. Got it. Well, that's what you get for being a rich boy. Oh, you know, just a teenage girl OD'd on heroin on our bed. It's okay. It happens every weekend at this prestigious academy. I like that she's actually using footwork. Oof! I like her. I like her. Shouldn't do that. Yep, that's why you shouldn't do that. Oh no, she's got the shit in her pocket. Please tell me you don't have the shit in your pocket. Oh, god damn it! Oh! That's gotta hurt. Kids, always put your goods somewhere where you don't live. Like your neighbor's backyard. Then why didn't you do it? See what happens when people inherit wealth? This is what you get. Oh, fuck, that's Caitlyn. Oh, yeah, they just said it. I was gonna say she looked familiar. You know what this place needs? One of those French revolutions where they don't eat the rich, but they behead the rich. Oh yeah, he knows where that ends. He was there, on that bridge. It's like our society, which is why our politicians are so busy making us hate each other. The left versus the right, the black versus the white. Hey, that rhymes. I should write a song. But yeah, basically. If those in power don't keep the masses fighting with each other, they're going to realize they're getting screwed over by the politicians and the rich. How long till society wakes up? I fear it never will. That's Echo? I love this. The ruling class can, on a whim, determine the outcome of a trial. Oh, by the way, one of Epstein's cronies that was responsible for smuggling underage kids out of Europe into America, you know, for their clientele, including Bill and Bill and other Bills and other Andrews and things like that, just hung himself in a maximum security prison in France. That sounds familiar, doesn't it? Funny how the news is not reporting on that one. And this is right after a certain member of the royal family paid a settlement with a underage girl, which the UK taxpayer is going to be paying for. Gotta love the ruling class, eh? Rules for thee, but not for me. Diddles little girls, no criminal prosecution whatsoever, and the UK taxpayer pays the settlement. And then one of the guys listed for smuggling her just commits suicide in a maximum security prison where you don't even have a pair of shoelaces. Let's not talk about that. Also, let's not talk about how earlier this week it was revealed that the whole Russian collusion thing with Trump was actually done by Hillary. And she paid a private tech firm to hack into the Russian servers in Trump Tower to plant evidence, which is technically treason. Let's not talk about that. We live in a society. But let's talk about how people hate each other instead, you know? Because apparently me being white means I hate everyone that's not white. Because that's how society works, right? It's not like the ruling class has an ulterior motive for keeping us fighting with each other. So we, you know, don't figure out that we're all getting fucked. Look at that, the ruling class. They think a child's toy is something special. He would if he could. Let me put it this way. If it wasn't a member of the royal family, there would be going from jail cell to courthouse for the next 20 years. But because it's a member of the royal family, there are no criminal prosecutions. Even if he went to court, it wouldn't be criminal, it would be civil. Why? Why, I wonder? Yeah, let's make an example of him. Why not? Because our ratings are low. Justice, ladies and gentlemen. Demand trial by combat. Funny story, this old guy got a parking ticket in Britain and he demanded trial by combat, which is still technically a part of British law. It was never officially removed, but the judge said no. I respect the old man. I respect the old man. He got like a 48-pound fine and he's like, I demand trial by combat. I'm like, I respect you. I respect you. You old fuck, I respect you. I now suddenly have the urge to dabble in the Arcane. Is that the mother? Ah, she lost the fingers. Yeah, he's not rich enough to get away with this. You know, there was a case in the U.S. and you're going to absolutely laugh. I think it was called affluenza. Anyway, long story short, too long didn't read. This boy took his parents' car, ran over someone, put their body in. Well, there wasn't their body, but they were still alive at the time. Put them in the trunk of the car, kept driving around, and eventually basically went home, parked, and the person died in the trunk of the car due to their injuries. Boy was arrested, sent to trial, all that good shit. And the family lawyer argued affluenza, that the boy was so affluent and spoiled that he had no concept of right and wrong. And so the boy wasn't charged with anything. He was too rich and spoiled to understand the concept of right and wrong. So when he ran someone over, he just put them in the trunk of the car because he was scared the parents would be upset. America, ladies and gentlemen, rules for thee, but not for me. You see, the law is made in such a way that the rich and the powerful can get away with literally anything. Which is why, members of the government have diplomatic immunity, members of Congress can insider trade making hundreds of millions of dollars, and the president can pardon just about anybody. As well as giving diplomatic immunity to politicians and members of the state while they're overseas. As well as, members of the royal family and all this other shit. As well as making certain pieces of evidence inadmissible, which means you can't actually find people guilty of anything because technicalities. Whereas you and me that, actually have to contribute to society and provide some sort of value in order to put food on our tables and keep the roof above our heads, have to comply with certain rules that the ruling class does not. We live in a society. Oh! Weak. And I'm suddenly craving crab. Hey, being expelled is better than being banished. That Marcus is going to get himself into a lot of trouble. You know what the greatest lie ever told is to children? Tell the truth. You won't get in trouble. You see, I have to appreciate the attention to detail. Two of her fingers had frostbite on them, and I was like, what the fuck? Frostbite doesn't heal that quickly. But you can clearly see here that she actually lost the fingers due to frostbite. I have to appreciate that level of detail. Most TV shows and anime and things like that don't pay that much attention. Usually they sort of let these things slip. Whereas this one in particular was like, nope, we're not letting that one go. You had frostbite, you're losing those fingers. And I'm like, wow, that's pretty good attention to detail. I like that. Mm-hmm. Except Jinx has a bunch of those crystals. Wait, isn't that the shape of Jayce's weapon? Oh, he does figure it out. Well, burn twice as bright for half as long. I wonder what the multiply here is. You know what I actually found quite interesting when they were interviewing most Fortune 500 company CEOs? Spoiler warning, most of them are psychopaths. They found that a lot of them kept exotic pets and also had paintings of things like sharks, spiders, predators. They absolutely love them because they love being in the presence of apex predators because they view themselves as such animals. Quite fascinating that this guy has a giant aquarium with a giant fish like that. Almost like they're trying to tell us something. I love that. He took out the knife from his thing so he has no way of attacking him. Oh yeah. This society needs a good purge. This guy's like a homeless Santa Claus. He likes toys. Oh, I recognize that voice. It's Anduin from World of Warcraft. And that's Tali's aunt from Mass Effect. A perfect representation of government. One of them is incompetent that just got through who got the position through sheer nepotism. That has the intellectual capacity of a toddler. It's like America. Gotta love having the dagger under the thing. I know that fucking monkey! Well, I think we've also seen him in Toy Story too. I mean, if there were kids, and I'm not advising to do this, but adults, especially adults in armor like that, weigh significantly more. They could very easily deck out their hideout in such a way that things such as staircases and floorboards would collapse under a certain weight by using a certain grade of wood or a certain thickness of wood. So that way the kids could run around and walk around without a problem, but someone like this that looks around 6 foot wearing heavy armor, which is probably about 120 kilograms, would collapse through it. Either that, or you could deck it out like the Saw house in Saw 2. Depends how good you are with civil engineering. You feel like Vader would collapse through it? Well, he would know which ones not to step on. What a power play. Says the little guy that talks big with 2 guards. And you're just a small man. Oh yeah, you're gonna get shanked in the kidney one day. You're really gonna get shanked in the kidney one day. Ah, the bridge. So that's where it all came down. Here's a revolutionary concept since you kids can sneak around and get into places undetected. It's out of the good old fashioned KGB guerrilla guidebook. Go into one of the many chocolate factories or many delicatessen factories and whatnot and start implanting certain ingredients that cause adverse reactions to people that eat them in large quantities, like rat poison. And so all the rich people that are gorging on the chocolates will eventually start, well, you know, vomiting up a lot more than just chocolate. And then you'll have the psychological effect of people being scared to eat these things because they don't know where it's coming from. They don't know where people are getting sick from. And then when they discover it's coming from the chocolate, it's coming from this and it's coming from that, you've essentially disrupted their entire way of life. I mean, that's if you really want to get your hands dirty. Don't do it. You have too much to live for. Don't do it. Don't do it. Do a flip. Better to ask for forgiveness. Oh! I love how the plot thickens. All they have to fucking do is reveal the person's name, and the plot thickens. It's so fucking beautiful. It's so well done. I love it. I love it. Add nails! Make sure they're rusty. Mustard gas, I hope. Wait, did you just say nails? Oh my god, I am so proud. They grow up so fast. The only one thing that I do disagree with that isn't like a thing, but if you're actually training as much as she does, you wouldn't actually get bloody fists in a fist fight like that. After a little while, your fists and your body parts actually get conditioned to do it. To the point that you could literally punch a tree for 30 minutes and you'll be fine. So, a little bit unrealistic for her to take so much damage in a fist fight, but meh. I don't think the animators were actually in a fist fight. She got the toy. Impressive. And so it begins. Oh no, she turned herself in. Damn it! Ah! Ah! They're not going to stop at just one. They're going to want the other three. And then they're going to want the people that were hiding them. They're not going to stop at just one. They're not going to stop at just one. And then they're just going to want to make an example of her. So no one ever considers doing something like that again. It's not going to end well. It's going to be an overcorrection. Which is going to result in another overcorrection. This is going to be bad. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. They're going to do something stupid. They're going to do something really stupid. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. This is never going to end well. Nope. 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 What? This series has benefited from the French tax rebate for international production. Yeah, basically. They make economic zones for production of things to incentivize production in certain regions. It's like the Chinese economic zone where you pay less than 1% tax as long as you set up a factory. So the government there doesn't actually have to set up any industrial roads or anything. All the companies that want to produce have to create a port, they have to create factories, they have to create roads, and then the Chinese government just seizes it after the fact. And then they own all the factories and stuff. It's basically what they do. Like a bunch of gold mines that were around China just got seized by them. They're like, yeah, we own it now. Thank you for your cooperation. It's all ours now. Welcome to communism. The irony is a lot of people are like, we want socialism and communism. It's like, you idiots do realize every single time that has ever happened, people were just killed. And less than, like, even fewer people than in capitalism took all the wealth, right? No, because we don't read. That fucking explains it. Alright, let's take a quick little break and watch episode 3. This is not gonna end well. This is not gonna end well. This is not gonna end well. Oh, this is gonna go badly. This is just gonna go really badly.
Hey, did I hand you a shrinking potion by accident? I could have sworn that was the gender swapping one.
Don't be hating. She's fun size, that's all. She doesn't even have to get on her knees to blow.
You want to add anything to that conversation?
Nope, I'm good. In fact, I think your new size makes you an even more formidable and stealthy ninja.